What's going on, everybody? It's your boy McFly, and we back with another video, baby. Let's go. All right, and to continue our love for 2XKO, the devs have dropped and put together a breakdown of Teemo. And I told y'all know me already. Y'all know how much I like Teemo and how fun he was and so on and so forth. And like he's a very fun character. Extremely, he's the goofy character, the freak, the oddball character, right? And I love that because they didn't just give us like a creepy one that stretches or some stuff like that. They gave us literally like a fun oddball character. And I can't wait to see the devs break down his entire kit and so on and so forth. So remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please let me know if you all liked the video and how much you liked it, or if there's anything that you all see that I may have missed to say about it. Please let me know in the comments. But with no further ado, let's get into it.
Hello everybody, I'm Kyohei Lehr. I'm a designer on 2XKO. Today I'm here with...
I'm Alex Jaffe. I'm lead champion designer on 2XKO.
Today is about Teemo. Finally, Teemo. So Teemo is a character that I learned about before I even learned about League of Legends. From the beginning, I knew he was like off-meta, meme-y, quirky character.
We've been asked, specifically, the request has been weirdos. And I mean, I think Teemo is a really stand-up, regular, respectable guy. For some of you, he might be weirder. I think he's gonna do a lot for the game. I'm really excited for him.
So Teemo is a Yordle, and Yordles are this magical creature from Vandal City. And within Vandal City, there's this organization called the Vandal Scouts, and Teemo is at the head of it. I really want to mention the side of Scout for Teemo because our kit in 2XKO really takes an inspiration from what we thought or what we imagined how his daily life as a Yordle, as a Vandal Scout will look like. In result, we have Teemo using like devices to help him float, to get around trains, and we have shovels to dig up some treasure or whatever. We got a lot of flavor of the Vandal Scout in Teemo's kit here. As you can see, Teemo is a very small, tiny little character, and in fighting games, that usually becomes a big issue for the opponent. There's hurt box all the way up to the top of the tuft to make him feel like an average height champ, maybe around equal height.
I like that. I like the fact that they put that little blue tuft on the top of his head in order to make his hurt box a little bit bigger, his hit box and everything a little bit bigger, so that the taller characters like Braum and Blitzcrank and Alawi, you know, those bigger, taller characters, Darius and things like that, that they can still get a good combo on him. Because you know, what happens in most fighting games is once they make a small character, and if they make him later or last in the game or as DLC, it has to be a major patch update because the hitboxes have to be changed just for that character, because a lot of the taller characters will just whiff. They'll just whiff attacks because their standing regulars will go right over their head. Another thing is it changes your combo routes. Because what you may have done in order to attack taller characters, you can't do now with this shorter character. So now your dash in has to come with a light as opposed to coming with a normal. You can't use Blitz's air grab off of this attack, which puts him in the air because he's too small. So even though he's in the air, he's not in the air high enough for Blitz to grab him or something of the sort. So it just all kind of depends, right? But I love the fact that they gave that extra spacing there, and that's a huge thing.
Say for his lack of width, we have his backpack and some naps attached to it.
I think y'all found this really good balance. Where like Teemo is shorter. There are some options that width against Teemo, but they are pretty rare. The entire game is sort of tuned around Teemo in a way. His crouching height specifically, like every attack in the game, if we want it to be generally reliable and not kind of more of an edge case situational thing, that bottom of that hitbox goes just low enough to hit a crouching Teemo in the head. Obviously, everybody's been asking about small characters. A lot of people have been asking about Yordles specifically. We knew we wanted Yordles in the game. We've been telling you for ages, like, we wanted to find a way to put Yordles in the game, and okay.
That was smart too. If y'all built the game around the fact that y'all knew that y'all was gonna have Yordles in the game, then that's perfect, because that means that y'all made all the hitboxes and combos related to the smaller character, which shouldn't be a problem when y'all come out with taller characters, longer characters, and so on and so forth. It should actually be it should be smooth. I appreciate that. I think that was the smart way to do it, was to build the game around the fact that you know you're gonna have a small character in the game.
Guess what? Dear reader, we did.
Okay, let's talk about Teemo's kit a little bit. Let me start with Teemo's bread and butter. It is the mushrooms.
Delicious, like bread.
S2. Yep, Noxus
Bread
Frat.
and butter.
So on the top of S2, Teemo jumps back, places the mushroom right in front of him. If you are moving forward and throwing the mushroom, he moves forward. And if you're moving back and throwing the mushroom, he moves back and throws the mushroom.
I didn't realize that. That's a nice little touch.
You can also, like if you're jumping forward and throwing mushroom, you can land with your mushroom. There are many ways to play around this. Mushroom can be removed by the opponent's attacks. Another way to remove the mushroom is to just hit Teemo. Another way to deal with this is to get in proximity, and just by blocking it or by avoiding it. And it's not really just a trap either for Teemo. Teemo has a lot of interactions for his mushrooms too. As you can see, Teemo can pretty easily set up his shop or his mushrooms. As you can see, it also goes away after 7 seconds of inactivity.
That's eternity in game time.
Yeah.
7
If you place
seconds
a
is a
mushroom on
long
top of
time
another
to
mushroom,
dodge something.
it bounces on top of it and it jumps forward towards the opponent. Yeah. And another interaction he has is that he has this move, jump down A3. It has its own purposes, it's like a combo window move, but if you use it with the mushroom, he jumps up and he can move here. He's free to move afterwards. Another interaction he has is shovel. This is his crouching forward A3. He pulls out a shovel and digs the ground. It has other uses like anti-air, OTG, but if you use it with the mushroom, it launches the mushroom forward, and while it's launching, the opponent could get hit by it. You may have noticed when I was exploding the mushrooms, but as I explode the mushrooms, he had 3 icons on top of his meter. First icon is the mushroom badge, and as Teemo uses mushroom and explodes the mushroom, it keeps filling up, and he keeps gaining the badges, and once he levels up, he gains the ability to spawn poison cloud from his mushroom explosions. The mushroom also looks a little different, indicating that it is a poisonous mushroom. And if the opponent stays inside the poison cloud, the opponent gets poisoned and they suffer a little bit of DOT.
We got dual layers
does
of
do
annoying here.
DOT,
Screen
but
filling
not
up with
very
mushrooms. You try to break them, and you're still holding that poison. And that's really like, in my mind, that is like the core. Like Teemo has a bunch of fun tools. He's got a lot of fun toys to play with, but the mushroom is really like the thing that defines his identity more than anything, right?
Let's
I
get
like
the
all the
second
interaction
badge.
that he has with the mushroom. That's
This
kinda
is
cool.
the dart badge. And the dart in his kit is his L normal. So this is his light attack. You can
That's
press
a
lights
normal,
consecutively,
huh?
and Teemo shoots darts up to 3 times at a time. Like this.
Projectile normals, let's go.
He can do this in the air as well. Yeah, it is quite a strong tool, and we think this is like one of the defining features or defining ways that Teemo is going to play neutral and or zoning against the opponent. You can see when you hit the opponent with the darts, Teemo gains 1 tick of the dart badge. He gains the poison dart.
More poison.
More
Let's
poison,
go.
yeah. He gains the poison dart on the first dart that he does out of the 3, and this is the same for grounded and air. Let's talk about the last badge, the slingshot, the sharpshooting scout. On tap of S1, he just shoots a slingshot forward, but you can charge this. And you can shoot farther, and you can also do this in the air. I think this is the only projectile that reach full screen.
Okay.
And it also has like peculiar use cases, unlike darts, for example, which is more of a straightforward projectile. And Teemo has down S1 as well. He shoots up instead, and you can charge this the same as the standing S1 or air S1. Let me get to the badge part of this. So once Teemo hits 5 slingshots total, oh, by the way, you have to hit the opponent. They cannot block these to get the point.
Okay.
Yeah, Teemo gets the slingshot badge, and his rock becomes fire rock.
It's so juicy. It feels so
Come
good.
on. Ain't no rock.
One
That's
quick
a,
bonus that he
that's a
gets for the
marshmallow.
fire slingshot is that he receives a little more hit stun after this. So it allows Teemo to link this projectile into like a normal for additional combos, for example.
Cool. So that's the main 3 badges. That's great.
Yeah,
And
I mentioned another interaction with Mushroom earlier, but I couldn't show. And this is the interaction with the slingshot. It really extends like half of the time for a slingshot bullet. It really helps the rock. Once it bounces on Mushroom, the opponent will have a hard time getting around it. Though the opponent can just strike the Mushroom and stop Teemo from doing stuff like this.
you know, you always were saying, hey, it's really important for him to have some long-range tools so that he can get that pressure up to actually move the game forward, get you coming to him, right?
So these badges, they persist across rounds. So once you get these badges, or once you accumulate points on these badges, you'll never lose them until the very end of that match.
Oh.
This is 4-1.
Oh, okay.
This is called Bando Dash. Yep. On charge of 4-1, he runs in place, gains momentum, and on release, he shoots himself forward with a multi-attack. We generally considered this as like a combo extender, combo ender.
He doesn't hit the hardest, right? He's not the first character you imagine to just demolish your face into the ground, but he still needs to be satisfying. He needs to feel good. I think it feels real nice to smash Teemo's entire body into your opponent.
Right. Before I want to talk about the last special he has, one unique mechanic that he has is done by just crouching on the ground, sitting still. If you press down, and this is not to be confused with down forward or down back, Teemo becomes invisible in 2 seconds, and while he's invisible, he is free to move.
What are you setting up for?
As you can notice, he comes out after a certain period of time, but while he's invisible, he enjoys a 15% speed bonus, so he's able to get around the stage a little quicker, and yeah, you just can't see him. Of course, he can attack while he's invisible. Once you attack, he does come out though, so watch out when you attack. And another unique mechanic I want to mention for Teemo is the parachute. This is done when you're in the air. You can hold up to deploy this parachute.
That's the one that's
and when
gonna
you
get
have
on
this
people's
parachute
nerves
deployed, you can move
because they
around
don't think they
with left
got
or
a
right. It's like
a
fun
DP
tool
or
for Teemo to get around the
anti-air
stage.
or
This leads me to the next
or
special,
2H.
with the last special,
and
which is down S2. Guerrilla tactics.
it's gonna be a whiff.
So when you press down S2, Teemo plants a clump of grass on the ground, and it grows over time.
Wait, this seems harmless.
Right. After it grows, Teemo has 3 interactions with the grass. First is that he turns invisible inside the grass almost immediately. And unlike the crouching invisibility, he can actually move around and still remain invisible.
I love that, in this tiny little space.
Yep.
It's like, I have
He
some
could,
sense of what he might
he
be.
could go outside too.
Yeah, and it persists for a little while.
Right. When he's outside of the grass, he can press down S2 again to teleport back to the grass. If you like don't
That's the one
remember
that's
the
gonna
grass
get
was
people.
behind you, for example, and like Teemo just goes behind you and just hits you real quick from behind. There's another use for this, and that is Teemo can use crouching H to burn the grass. And once you touch the flame, you get hit up to 3 times and you get launched up. Teemo can combo afterwards, of course. And another special feature about this fire is that once you get the fire and Teemo holds up, you can float on the updraft of the fire. Another interaction that Teemo has with the grass is that once you get the flame slingshot, he can set the grass ablaze with the flame slingshot as well. So let's talk about Teemo's supers. So S1 super, Vandal Sky Patrol.
There we go, you caught it.
Yeah, Teemo gets on his leaf copter, he flies around in it, and he shoots 9 darts total. Teemo can decide to just bust out the super and just, play neutral like this, and the opponent kind of has to get around, get away. It's say if you have a double down fuse, you can use the super, pull your assists, and you can play around or play with the darts. Let me get to the S2 super. This is the Noxious Surprise, the big mushroom.
Noxious surprise.
Yeah, in principle, it works pretty similar to the regular mushrooms, or just a bigger version of the mushroom trap. It does hit multiple times, does more damage. So one difference is that it cannot be destroyed by opponent's attacks. Yeah. Yeah,
Ouch.
right. But to deal with this, the opponent can get close to the mushroom and either block it or maybe try to get away from it. Another thing for the super mushroom is that it actually counts towards 2 points of the mushroom edge. So traditionally, if you do a shovel on the mushroom, it just bounces once, replaces or moves to 1 plane forward. But if you shovel the big mushroom, it keeps going forward. Okay, let's talk about Teemo's ult. This is the ult, the blinding dart. Teemo shoots a blinding dart at the opponent. Once it hits, Teemo jumps up, throws a bunch of mushrooms at the opponent, drops some more on the opponent, and himself.
Nice.
This is a projectile ult. It does go pretty far, so like if you're here, you can probably hit it still. Yeah, it is invulnerable like other ults. Let's talk about assists real quick. This is Teemo's forward assist.
Oh no, I like his alts and stuff, man.
It's the
I like
mushroom.
I'm really like a Teemo.
But unlike the regular mushroom, he remains on the ground while he does this. That's partially because when you want to tag into Teemo once he's doing the assist, we didn't want him to, be in the air. So that's why he's on the ground. But otherwise, it's basically just a mushroom move. And this is Teemo's back assist, the darts. Instead of 3, he shoots 2. But unlike the regular darts, they come a little staggered. You may have noticed that once the projectiles hit, the victim stays grounded. And that has a lot of implications for characters that can, I guess, like combo from the assist. You have a perfect combination here. If you can do like a ducking forward into.
Boom.
Yep. For someone like Jinx too, Jinx who is another projectile heavy character, I think Teemo can aid that very well as well. They just become like an actual bullet hell.
Wait, can you show me?
Yeah.
I want to fight your bullet hell.
Sure. Teemo can set up his shop, and while he's doing this, Jinx is projectile combo. Yeah, and there's like some things you gotta deal with even after you get through all these. Let me get to Teemo's super assist, the Noxious Sweeper. When you call Teemo for super assist, he comes in from the air.
Oh my god, it's so impressive.
He goes through the entire screen dropping little mushrooms. In a nutshell, this is like a screen clear assist, but obviously you can use it for pressure combos. Pressures might look like, because there are gaps in between, you can like cross them up. Yeah, of course you can go for high lows. In Teemo's case, we really wanted Teemo to be able to be played by like anyone, really. Like even beginners or even someone who's not really played fighting games before and just checking out 2SKO for the first time.
It was an interesting design problem where we knew Teemo had to be weird, because he's a weirdo like we've established. Anybody who sees him for the first time, thinks he's cute and just wants to play should get to. And I think y'all did an amazing job of threading that needle.
Yeah, glad you pointed it out. That's another thing we want to make sure Teemo's did too. We want to make sure that individual tools that he has are individually fun to use. At least these tools, it's pretty straightforward. It's clearly good and easy to use. So yeah, we're super excited. So that is it for Teemo today. Hope you'll enjoyed. I'm super glad that I was finally able to talk about Teemo and show y'all what Teemo's about. Thank you for watching. Please check him out in the early access that's coming soon.
Have a great time. Enjoy playing Teemo.
Yeah, I don't know about nobody else, but I like the little Yordle. I have a hard time pronouncing that Yordle, whatever. But I love him. I like Teemo. I thought Teemo's gameplay in League of Legends was fun. He makes a real good he can hold center lane based on how you play him. I've seen some people hold center lane with him and stuff like that. I saw somebody jungle with him. That was a little different for me. Watching somebody jungle with him, but I've seen him hold center lane. But one of my subscribers, pointed out to me that Teemo's actual name is Emote, just mixed around, and I was like, huh. I never thought about that. And he's a walking emote. He definitely is. But man, the gameplay of him, like what you're gonna be able to do where you can pick between, and I noticed this with him He doesn't have to zone. He can play a really good mid range, and with those darts being hit light, that's one hella good poke, and it had really good speed on it. A lot of multiple hit stuff and good reach because of the axis reach, the frying pan. He has pretty good reach for those for pickups, and that's crazy. But the utility of his abilities and how they change, and they'll change the aspect of the game and playing. Um, Setting the grass on fire, the slingshot being set on fire, it does more damage. The poison from the darts, the poison from the mushrooms, doing DOT and stuff like that. That is gonna be that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to figure some of that stuff out and juggles off of the mushrooms when characters are falling out of the air and so on and so forth. So honestly, I can't wait till the 7th so I can get my hands on them. But I don't know. I might not play any Teemo until like the 8th, maybe the 9th. And that's just based on the fact that everybody's going to be playing him on the 7th. Everybody, from the moment the game goes live, everybody's going to be trying to play Teemo at least just to figure him out. And if y'all know me, I am not a huge fan of mirror matches. Really can't stand mirror matches at all. Which is why I'm one of those people where I'll learn how to play multiple characters. Like in Street Fighter, I play Guile, I play Alex, I can play Ryu, I play Zangief, I play Ed. You know what I mean? Like I a large range of characters so that I can kind of stray away from running into mirror matches. Plus, it also helps picking a different character for different matchups and things like that. But no, I'm definitely the same thing in 2XKO too. Now that I think about it, because I play Darius and Blitz like kind of mainly, but I also took out the time to learn Vi, and I've been putting myself through the ringer with Jinx and Echo, and now I'm gonna try to learn Teemo as well. So it's only 10 characters, and I'm probably gonna know how to play with at least 6 of them. So that being the case, that'll help me so that I don't run into too many mirror matches. But as always, man, it was a pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning into the video. Hopefully y'all liked it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, remember to leave a comment and let me know what you all thought about it, what y'all thought about the info, and so on and so forth. That feedback really goes a long way towards helping me improve. Other than that, live young, stay fly, man. I'm gone.